PP me. Hello, everybody. Happy. What is today? Sunday? Oh, yeah. My days are all messed up. This is making up for Thanksgiving since I didn't stream on Thanksgiving or Black Friday because I was out. Don't you poo poo me! Yeah, it's Sunday, December 1st. Nice. It's kind of crazy. Uh, I keep thinking today's like Tuesday or Monday or something. But since it's Sunday and I don't work tomorrow, we're gonna have a nice stream tonight, and this is making up for Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving if you celebrate and you're in the U.S. And if you didn't, I'm your dad now, so we'll just take it from there. All right, we're playing Beacon Pines tonight. I got this game on sale um during I think the Winter Fest thing, and it looked pretty good. It's been on my wish list for a while, so we're gonna enjoy simple decision making skills. we're just gonna like it's another story driven game. I can't remember if I was in the middle of another playthrough of a different game, because I jump around so frequently. It's hard for me to keep track. I know we're still playing Hypnospace Outlaw. We'll finish that at some point. Kanito Pet I will return to at some point as well. I might even restart that playthrough just because that was a lot of fun from what I've done so far. Pumpkin Jack will return to at some point, but that one's I'm not like super story driven with. So, without further ado, we're going to start Beacon Pines. Um, I don't really know much about this game. I think I like the art style a lot. Um, it looks like very interesting story-driven gameplay. Time for feels. Probably more feels. Um, but yeah, let's pop in here and let's get the game rolling. Oh, it uses the gamepad. Okay, switch over to Beacon Pines. There. Okay. Let me make sure that my sound's not being weird, and yes it is. Let me switch it. There. Even though I don't hear anything. Let me take my gamepad. Do you want to feel sad the game? Is that an actual game? Is sad the game an actual game I can play? I can feel sad? I already feel sad. I don't want to feel sadder. Game genre story driven equals sad story time. It is very true. It is true, in fact. I am right now trying to plug in the, there we go. It's crazy how I have internet in the swamp. Alright. We're gonna figure out what's going on with these. There we go. Let me know if the sound sounds good. The connection can get murky. Haha, but tis. Oh, what's... Oh. Okay. I want that.
Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book.
Your book.
Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told.
Oh.
In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself.
Oh, that's terrible storytelling, honestly. I'm trying to lower this light so I don't have a blaring LED in my face. 1 second. Okay, that's good.
It is in that way that my book is special.
For this book is an isekai never done before. The sun Helios, get out of my face.
It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story.
Aw, she called me special.
Chapter 1.
Why did that sound like the King of the Hill strum?
Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change.
It was just like, God.
Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines.
I spelled beacon right. Okay, I did.
Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn.
Is that a grave under this tree? Oh.
His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
Spell it bacon. No, so I thought so like whenever I spell beacon, I spell it Beocan. So, and then I'm like, this doesn't look right. I get like the A and the O mixed up. Oh, I can move. Hey, Dad. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here it is. Oh. Literally talking to the grave that says, "Hey, Dad." I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. It's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. Good start so far. First two protagonist words whilst talking to a gravestone. Hey, Dad. Well, time to end the stream, everybody. Good night, everybody. It feels like it should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend.
Oh, good. At least you have a good friend.
He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Oh, great. Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes, and the flowers on the grave.
Oh, yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. What happened to his mom? I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. No! 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 Oh, God, no! Oh, no! She's not gone. She's just missing. Oh, okay. Okay, then. Why must they do this? Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. She's just missing. It's okay. Of course she is. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Anything I can jump. Ooh. I can get into the bush. I can interact with this bush too. Oh, look at that! The detail of the dandelions. Oh, tickle. Oh, I found a charm. I got an achievement. Oh, do you get achievements just for enjoying life?
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book.
You can tell. Definitely nothing upsetting about that. Oh, oh good. Dad, and absent mother. No problems here. Definitely nothing upsetting about that.
That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed.
Keep
hold of it for now.
The voice of the book or the narrator sounds very familiar.
Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
Oh. Okay. I need to clear all of these up. They're my enemy. Yeah, no, don't you grow. Nothing grows here. You stop that. I need to power up my sneeze attack. Alright, I guess I can't. Okay. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Oh, I said forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found a perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Willow looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I guess just have to tell Gran. Excuse me, and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know, I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kinda wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself, it won't be long. And the only work they did is a game called Longer Than Light. I have not heard of that game. Tell Gran before heading out with Rolo. Okay, where's my house? Cool. Is this my
Dear
house?
Reader,
Oh, yeah.
forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch?
Yeah.
There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Oh, good. Okay, we'll find some.
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric. One of his father's old stethoscopes.
Oh, is his father a doctor?
Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
I bet if I relax... Yep, Ponder. I bet if I relaxed here, I was gonna get one. She sounds like Dusa in Hades. Kinda, yeah. Alright. Man, the only thing that would make this game more realistic to my life is if his grandmother's a nutcase.
Just some dusty knickknacks.
Sorry, that's too personal.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week.
Oh, cool. Oh, can I shut the fridge door? Cool. What happens if I leave it open? Nothing? Okay.
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Yeah, the context tells me otherwise too. Oh, I found some junk. Oh, what if I... Can I become like a waster?
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch.
This thing? Oh, it looks like there's scratch marks on the floor. No, I can't become a wasteful person. Nothing like that. Where's me, Gran?
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
Oh, I see. You're gonna let the food go bad. Grammy does her best to keep the house put together. You again.
Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Hide. I just wanted to know if I could be... Where the frick is my grandmother?
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater.
Yeah.
It was the first day of summer. A chill still hung in the air.
Not here. I'm playing bingo winning next month's rent.
Gran's
Dang.
moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
Whose bed is this?
Gran's bed was
Oh.
undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
Mischievous things like reading. Can I jump on my bed? No. Maybe she's out back.
Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years.
Whose bed is this? Grant's bed? Oh.
You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point.
Uh-oh.
There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
Oh boy. Oh, there's Gran.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
Hey Gran, I'm gonna go hang out with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
Oh boy, I gotta pick a word. The interactivity with the narrator is interesting. We're gonna go blank for the ponder, hide, or chill. We're gonna go chill.
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
We're just gonna go chill for the day.
Best lies are built on truth.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. Well, make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms.
Oh boy, so I have to collect these to, do right in the story. I love pondering with my friends. Me too, Gran. I'm also always in a hurry to do nothing.
A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
Don't introduce me to anyone else, please. Oh, what is this? Why was the bass drop so dramatic?
The decisions you've made. You can see the turning point, which has been revealed.
Okay.
At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches.
Oh, that's cool.
Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
That's actually really interesting. Excuse me. What happens if I ponder for the day?
We're just gonna go ponder for the day.
Oh, really? What are you boys going to ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium pondering.
Nailed it.
Well, make sure you don't overburden yourself with a ponderance of pondering, or preponderance. Oh, forget it. Off with you now. Ah, that's cool. Oh, and Luca. You and Rollo stay out of trouble. I know. Okay. A glimpse into possibility! Get in trouble with Rollo. There he is. Come on! Woo! Dang it, Rollo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary. The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
I really like the art style of this game. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost.
Scribble knot puppeteer animation style. Yeah, it does.
It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established.
Sharper Valentine.
Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Yeah, let's talk to people. Hello, Mr. Kerr. Hey there, pal.
William Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years.
I like the art style a lot, too.
After the failing of Valentine fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Oh, sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all of your little friends. I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca, I gotta get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits and all that. Ho now. The left side's a little low. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn, I can't talk right now. Very busy with preparations.
Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Ha! Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Valent... Ugh.
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing, keep at it. Alright, what can a mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh, I'm just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. Can I talk to you on the ladder? It is yeah, it is very cozy style. Very painterly. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. Bah, don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till Perennial Harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, it ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Alright. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it, or we pound ya. Yep. Yeah, but my mom said, yeah, but. If I had a nickel for every yeah, but, I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. Hey, Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luca. Scully, I'm sorry, it's my first week at Perennial Harvest.
He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful, it won't happen again. If we're going to be on a first-name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We're gonna change the world. And it all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Uh-huh. Anyway, I'd better get... Oh yeah, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Haha. Changing the world is intense. So, what do you say? Could you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. Let's see. It's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay. We're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? Never really thought about it before. Perfect. If it's the only place I've lived. See, that wasn't so painful.
Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
What is it? I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. right, Lowell's waiting up at the treehouse. Oh. Well, he's not there anymore for you to steal his wallet, so can I... Nope. Anything around here? For some charms? Throw this shit-ass kid into the river. I wish I could. Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me. If you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think I should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Oh, is this a flashback? Oh. Oh no!
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait.
Tickle?
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface.
Give it a good cast now. You'll have to reel it in a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest. Heh. Go and pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo.
Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
You'll have to reel a bit faster. Okay. Should I use junk? Oh no, not like this. Should I use junk or tickle? The feather or the shoestring? Use the feather?
Luca
Okay.
gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface.
Oh, whoops. Easy there, buckaroo. You don't know your own strength. Okay. Alright, I see what I gotta do now.
Baited a good for skimming the surface.
I see what I gotta do now. I got it! Oh well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up. Can I look at it? Can I not look at it? Okay, let's try the shoestring.
Luca tied a shoestring. What fish could resist?
Let's see what I catch this time. No boot. Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, whatever it is. I hope the other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. Oh, what else can I grab? I bet I can...
What fish could resist?
I bet I could get more stuff and fish here and get more things later. Oh, I got it. Okay. So you get the duck or the boot with the junk. So I can leave and I can come back. That's crazy. Good game education tactics. This makes sense. So when the line gets red, it's when it's about to snap you up. Okay, what's this? Mission control. Authorized personnel only. Oh, yep. Anything else I can...
The boys had a good thing going. As long as they kept old Jeff happy, they had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
I'm gonna run in the water. Do I get anything for running in the water? No? Dang. I thought I would get something. Nothing?
After Luca's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied.
Oh, this is just chilling. I see. What else is there?
On certain nights, when the clouds were just
Okay.
right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens. Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
I like the music a lot in this game, too. Right. Okay, so what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. And what makes you say that? Get this. Last night it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since. Since the fall harvest? Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere. And it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luca, remember the time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pod throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around the decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go. I'm kind of interested. Where are we going, though? Welcome back. Oh, this is where we're going. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. Can I look in the garbage? No, I can't get close to it. Hey, Miss Nelson. Morning, Luca. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
And the two wandered down the wooded path unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, is this the book that we're, like, reading right now? Oh, this is getting good. Is the book that we're writing now, like, that we're helping with now, is it purple like that?
Holden Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon.
The Beacon. Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Any news about those old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rollo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing, and change is a dangerous animal. Change. Luca, the fella I was just looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up?
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up, I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rollo. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rollo. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Don't mind me, just over here lurking uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? I couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm in level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We gotta pick up the slack since the fowl harvest. Almost every carrot I dug up is rotten, and the rest look like they were hit by Hank Atomic's Shrinko Ray. All the more reason to keep digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luca and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind, and I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So you either march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little... chill.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Come on, Roxy, it's the first day of summer. The sun's shining, we all want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problem for tomorrow. That's all great and all, but Rollo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! Okay. So, Fitz, what are you up to this lovely day? Nope. No, what did he say? Okay, cool, cool. Probably, are you up to anything this lovely day? Alright, so we'll have to, change that. Piper? Hey, Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning. Correct. And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets a proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Mm-hmm. Hey, Zariel. Hiya, Luca. Can you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Zariel would like you... Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow. You're really setting the kid up for success. Okay, so we're gonna go and explore alone. Cool. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do at given time.
A bit much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Can I redo that with indulgent? Oh, I like the art here. I think I only have chill. I think I'll know when I get something. Hey, Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit-chat. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Oh, that's sad.
Luca knew that if he gave up now, he'd never hear the end of it from Rollo.
Oh, I wasn't giving up, I was just going back. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Well, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way too. I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Uh-oh. Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. I don't like this. I gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth. Leave my grandmother alone.
The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Nun Creed's drugstore. Okay. Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. And if you're going into Weepwood, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. Mushrooms. Mushroom dance. Mushroom dance. Whatever could it mean? It means you've lived a life of sin.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Oh. So this is the Valentine estate. Oh. And what am I doing over here? Nothing? Nada? Zilch? Okay. The dancing mushroom dancing mushroom time.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution, electrified fence. Is that sign new?
The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rolo do if he was
Luca
here?
often asked himself what Rolo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
I'm definitely not touching that thing.
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. Two
Oh.
bolts remained.
That's
One
Sue.
more to go. The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth.
Every kid in town knew the old Valentine fertilizer building.
No, middle animal boy, don't go towards the electric fence.
Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines.
That fence is full of shocking. I can't think of anything. Oh my god. That fence is full of electric shocking.
Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind.
Yeah, you got it. Same brain.
The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
We can see who has the brain cell right now. It's both of us. We're sharing it. Okay, so Rolo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on here?
There's only one way to find out.
Okay, can I walk in this?
The water looked almost diseased. It flowed slowly into the woods.
I'm walking in it. I want my charm for Splish Splash.
Luca
Locked.
thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper?
The
Footsteps?
sound of footsteps grew louder.
Hello? Shit. Uh-oh, shit.
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca
Uh-oh.
watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light.
It's a story about change.
This is a story about change.
Oh, the
It
shit
was far
charm.
from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end?
What?
I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy, but don't let that discourage you.
Oh.
You will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here
So
on
I
out,
died.
the charm will have a check mark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different.
Oh, we can use the shit charm here. To be a little shit.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Make a break for it. What have you done? That little shit just kicked me. Run all you want, you little twerp. You gotta come home eventually. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Rollo can get overexcited sometimes.
Solomon Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, huffed as he brushed off his pants.
A town of complete and utter fools. One wonders if it's worth taking anything here seriously. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter, how are you doing? Me? Yes, with all the business about your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all? No. That's a true shame. That's truly a shame. Your grandmother was taking residence to keep house? Yes. And how is that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. And she's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who is rarely around, in lieu of one who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. That doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say, it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve.
Solomon trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm much too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, heiress. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. I want you to be present for the construction of the History Museum. And the future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Sorry, Mr. Nuncreed, kinda in a hurry right now. Huh. Boy's got too much of his father in him. Proper ass kid, gotta say it like it's damn subtly ain't real. like it is, damn. I win, little help. I am the champion. We were racing? Did the road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seems longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has the sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are we gonna get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Why did you do that? Pa always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Great, now what? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. From a safe distance. Earlier in gonna do this again. Whoa, you're a genius. I think that did it. Luca, you never fail to impress.
As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly.
Check it out. Dang, Rollo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome. Rumble. Did you feel that? What, the excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. Check this out. Check out this puddle. That's not normal. And this hose. Oh man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice, it won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster is new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. I really can't see what's in here. Who did all of this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rollo, it would be my honor to throw you in the trash. Come on, Lady Luck. So what's in there? Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. An inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait, hold a phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Are those walkie-talkies? Just like Hank Atomic and communicators. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic, ground command. You're coming in 5 by 5. How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac. Help is on the way. Oh good, the talkies from Mysterious Building. Get trashed, loser. What was that? Someone's coming. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over. I'm coming in. Tell me you saw that. Dude, I don't know what I saw. He's coming back. Get down. It's duct taped.
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me it's not what I think it is. Luca, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detectives from ace detectives? A ridiculous hat? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for clues.
Felt around at the large sack which burdened them.
Aha!
He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
It's some sort of badge or something. What's it say?
Held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. That's a name tag. Who would throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag and the bag is full of someone else. Something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm, this is no time to panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Rollo, calm down. I don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude, I'm not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? Oh. That's a this took a turn. I'm beginning to see the benefit of your run for our lives plan. Right, we've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Flaming chicken coop, Luca. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass. Rollo, I'll give you credit. You're sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Well, here goes. They're awfully calm. they're awfully calm about there being a dead guy in here and them like touching a dead guy. Don't be cocky and calm. Don't be cocky and calm, you damn kids, for real. Like, seriously. He's 12. I would be shitting bricks if I had a dead body touch me.
Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rollo's footsteps as he ran.
I mean, we started the game next to a dead guy. Wow.
One, two,
That one's
three.
different.
He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rollo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rollo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow.
Dang, you could sleep
Chapter
through that?
3. Finding a friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring the mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So I'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I am not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here until you get back. Good. Though that was strange. Yeah, I'm gonna open that. I'm gonna let this run. I'm just gonna be a little menace.
Oh.
Hi, Des. The Elden Ring moan. Okay, what can I do around the house then? I pondered already. Oh, I can... Anything else I can check
Gran
out?
had
Oh,
already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation. A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
is that coming from upstairs? Oh, let's go check it out. Hello? Is anyone there? What room is it coming from? Oh, the walkie-talkie. Hello? Rollo, is that you? Over? Strange. Is that knocking? Did you say $10 and this kid gets bored and you leave? I think Rollo's downstairs. I heard knocking. Oh, no. Oh, hey, Roxy. If this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rollo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood? If he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything they said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Well, not really getting bored. More like my best friend's missing. Rollo. Where are you? I'm gonna go check my backyard. Darn, he's not here. Anything I can grab back here?
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Oh, wait. Can I check out this little...
A sturdy old wheelbarrow.
Oh, that's what's all... Okay, that's all that is. Cool. Okay, well, let's go see if we can find where the library is. Hey, Bert. Have you seen Rollo? Nope. Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him it was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back. He's sleeping. Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Aw, you're a joker. You're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. We need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she'll be here, then she'll be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Ugh, my parents won't listen. No offense, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That'd be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by the house and grab it before we head out. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It just seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter. Young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with the suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... Now where did she run off to? Okay, town hall. Last chance diner. At the coffee shop. His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean, vanished? That's impossible. Oh my, he doesn't even see the danger he's in. Okay. Oh. Hey, Dawn. Dawn. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if he's connected. Connected to what? I was checking on the reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanic noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. And Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rollo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weep Wood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weep Wood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. Because she's a bat. Guess Miss Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Okay, so we got some friends. Let's see if we can find this library. Blizzard! Hey Griffin, has Rollo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him. On the house. He'll like that. Hey, Yolson? Miss History Museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rollo in there? No, just a shadow of a family. Clinging to a town, clinging onto the past. Feel free to check for yourself, but I don't expect to have your mind blown. Sharper Valentine, a celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces.
I wonder if the toxic goop has to do with why everything's not growing.
The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a
Because he said an
dream for a
experiment
better
went
tomorrow.
wrong. I wonder if that killed him and made all the plants just die and go rotten.
Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company.
I mean, that's not too, like, too crazy to say, right? Like, that was unhelpful. Oh, no touching? I wanna touch it. I wanna touch it. Smack! Play that funky music, Watermelon Bongo. Fantastic. I love it. Can I go up here and talk to these guys? Oh. Hey Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much. Not since they made the rule that he can only order decaf. I'm supposed to only have decaf, but I don't drink it. Hey, a penguin?
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge.
That's cool.
If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Oh, hey, Luca. You snuck up on me. I don't like the penguin with the real, like, with the fingers. That just looks weird to me. Good book? Don't know, just started
He
it.
gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. I love bees. I'm back and yeah, that's bizarre. You should see me smacking the watermelon. Please tell me you saw me smacking the watermelon. No, you missed it. Fake fan. Mods ban him. Mods? I'll look back at it. You don't have to, I'm just kidding. For instance, did you know that there's around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy. I did know that. They're so cute for what reason? No, they're so cute. I love the art for this game. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo recently, have you? Would you believe me if I told you this was actually a horror game? I think it's actually psychological horror. It's not like a terribly, like, scary horror, but I'm pretty sure this is under the horror genre. Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. This is not horror. Yeah, yes, it's under, I'm pretty sure it's under horror. Or like psychological horror. That's why I bought the game. Because I was like, oh, cute characters in a horror setting. You're gonna tell me you saw that decrepit dead body hand that what's the word I'm looking for? Decomposing hand fling off of the character, and you're saying this isn't horror. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when the new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh. Roger that, Space Cadet.
Mycological phosphorescence.
More like my complete loss of interest.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular biology.
No, I'm pretty sure like this tag on Steam is the psychological horror tag. Boring. Excuse me.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Anything here?
Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Oh, yes. Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oof. Oof.
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone. Nerd poke around the library. I was called a nerd. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. What about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by choice.
This family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections.
Here's our third main character.
She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Well, yep, well, technically it lands on heads, leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo's my unlucky penny. That settles it. A new person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. My name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because of the cold? It's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles. Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm not a beetologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would ya? Of course. Alright, so this is where we were. Dang, they boarded up the way in. Throw it at you. Let me in. Oh, what you gotta say?
Luca felt a chill as he approached.
I like this kid too.
Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
Oh, that's crazy.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Oh, yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey, Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yup. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Aw, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Isn't that right, Tish? Yup. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. Yup. You probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he ever told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Look who's grown a backbone now that it's a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. Oh, we're gonna fight this guy?
Step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle.
Oh boy.
Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, time to bust out the... Strange? Let's do strange.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Wackadoo? I'm not used to a chipmunk and a hippo being the mean kids. It's like it's not common. I think that's really interesting too. Like how deep the voice the Tish has, and I'm pretty sure Tish is. Yeah, Tish is a girl, I think, because of the dress. About to be a third dead body. Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh, dude?
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Rag. Yeah.
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Uh-oh. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Struggle. I don't feel so good. Oh my. I'm sorry, I just... Oh shit. Yup. Okay, we don't touch it. That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems
The person
okay.
at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy.
Oh shit, he may actually be a third body.
Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words right out of my mouth. Why did they chase us here? Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Okay, which way do I go? Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news. Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Well, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work
Beck
anyway.
glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe.
Was he?
A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits.
Why did she say that so ominously?
Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Something strange is afoot indeed. Something strange afoot at the Circle K. Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Wonder what happens if I did tickle. Wait, let me see. Struggle. Oh, should I go back and do these or should I continue with where I'm at? So that Steam tag you were talking about. Yeah. On this game? Should I go back and try these or should I just continue with what I'm doing? Yes. Try them? Okay. Let's try to struggle. Struggle.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home.
Okay, so Luca didn't die.
Chapter 3.
Oh.
Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
So if Rollo wasn't here, he wouldn't have gone missing if he wasn't there. Because this is when I went by myself without Rollo. So if Rollo wasn't with me, he probably wouldn't have went missing. Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I sort of poked around town. I set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver in the bag and at the bag and wag. Another Miss Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Hello, it's Jennifer Hartford. Oh, before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Okay, so this went differently. This is going far differently. Okay. Sorry about yesterday, Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me the dirt. Nothing happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rollo. We've got to deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is this a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. So this is different because Rollo didn't go with us, so he didn't go missing. Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There's a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Luca checked the soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch for your step, okay? You can tell those jerks. Doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Nope. Ain't getting out of his chair. Who do I gotta deliver to Jam to? Mr. Wilder, I trust that you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the problem?
Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, this is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in the town's future, rather than one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, where the goings-on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture in your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. They give you the impression this conversation was finished.
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. I kind of... It's really interesting. Let's talk to Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Luca, what's up?
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Hey, Dawn, have you noticed anything weird around town lately? What sort of weird things? Stuff going on at the old Valentine building. You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, it came in from the big city. Her parents got both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest, and the other is working for Eris Valentine. Valentines represent Beacon Pines past, perennial harvest has positioned itself in this town's future. Must make some for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. I think I gotta go to the diner. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure, sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I don't really think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family, for our legacy. Sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. Anything in here I can... It's pretty crazy. I can tell this game's gonna get really confused. I can tell this game's gonna get really confusing, because we're gonna be doing a lot of jumping around with that ability of going to the Chronicle.
Memories of that day came flooding back.
Oh. Look at all these people. I'm ready to help, Mama. Alright, little buckaroo. It's up to us to feed these folks while Miss Fratelli is away. I've got to deal with the inventory before I can start cooking. Do you think you can handle taking some orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Hiya, Roxy. Luca? I'm helping. Wow, hopefully your work ethic will rub off on Rolo. What can I get you? I'm not really feeling like a burger. How about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. So, chicken sandwich, so tender, with bacon on top. Here you go. I call it the Love Me Tenders. Nice. What do you want? Gadzooks, they've shrunk the waitstaff.
Jack slapped the table and gave Luca a toothy grin.
How's your pops doing? He's been pretty busy these days. I know the feeling. Tell him that fish and Roddy ordered should be ready next week, will ya? Sure thing. I've been in the mood for something sweet. You got a burger that can satisfy a sweet tooth? A sweet burger? Yeah, top it off with some grilled cactus. Grilled cactus? The heart wants what it wants. Okay, so we can do sweet with some grilled cactus. Here's your order. I call it the Sweet and Stabby. Now that's a burger with a bite. Aren't you a little young to be waiting tables? I'm just helping out. Ah, my father had me hustling when I was your age as well. Father always says, children are to be the sails pulling a family ever forward. Doesn't sound very fun. There's plenty of time for fun. For instance, Father and I always make time to have lunch together once a month.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
Should I come back? Oh no, it turns out Father was too busy to have lunch today. I'll just go ahead and eat alone. Oh. Silver lining is without him around. I can have my usual. A nice stack of cold cuts topped with a pile of sloppy chili. Okay, cold cuts. With... is this chili? Yeah, I think that's chili. Here you are. Cold cuts with some steaming hot chili on top. I call it the hot and cold. That's perfect, thank you. Looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be right back. Maybe they have a decent way to... I hope they have... I hope I can go back to that. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you.
She leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart that what happened with Eleanor. Oh. I got a feeling she's out there somewhere yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her
Luca
son.
shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see here.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
Tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. I hope I'm able to go back to that chapter 3 that I kind of stopped prematurely, just because I am so curious what happens in that route too. I haven't talked to you guys. Okay. Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello? Yeep!
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
If you tell me if you say anything to me, kid, I'll tell anybody about what happened here. It sounds just so threatening. If you tell anybody what happened here, kid, I'll have to gut you. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Ah yes, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Screaming. Ah yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to
He
me.
reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a
I'll have to
little
gut
wink.
you like a fish, kid, if you tell anybody what happened here. Shall put it on my door shelves post haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. He's weird. Like, I find a way to kick a melon. Kicked it. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do you keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert, do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Brat. Can I go in the library? Yeah. Hey, Kato. Kato? Good afternoon, Luca. Can I help you find something? Maybe not. Try me. Well, there's been some weird stuff going around the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse, but empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh?
Otto motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will shut up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse. Nature abhors a vacuum. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Hank Atomic? Not yet. No spoilers, please. It's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers, please. We get to see how mild-mannered Henry Adams becomes Hank Atomic, man of space justice. Jace, no spoilers. Oh, sorry. My point is you're gonna love it. Alright, Jace, catch you later. Roger that, Space Cadet. I had a friend once that I was talking to, and they were really into Warrior Cats, and they were like read through the books faster than I did, and literally that conversation of them going on and on about the next like few books like that I was on, literally as I was texting them, hey, can you not give me any spoilers, please? As they're spoiling literally everything that happens in the next few chapters. That conversation is very, very vivid to me. Still happens all the time now. It does. It still happens. I try not to be that person. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that
Nuncreed
case,
snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until next time I see your gran. Hey, you. Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? Well, that's weird. What just happened? Well, now it's just a steamed algorithm giving you yes. It's literally my algorithm that's I'm like, no spoilers please, and the algorithm's like, hey, you wanna see what happens in the newest episodes of One Piece? And I'm like, I'm not that far yet, please. Please. This kid is odd. I still like that kid, but odd. I like the kid too. He's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona? Ilona. Ilona? Ilona. Ilona. I'm gonna say Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
You have two moms? So, your mom said you could have two moms? That's crazy. Beck gave Luca a quick nudge. Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of the stunted development doubles. How many friends did I have? That might explain a lot. Okay. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. Well, what Nelly means is we just want this move to be as easy for you on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Are you gonna have pizza? With pineapple on it? Wow, another coincidence. I already asked him, and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome? I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late, or I'm back to square one on the whole friend grift. Great, see you there. What am I supposed to do now? Meet back at the big creepy gate. Okay. Where am I? Oh, I was like, that's way too much. Oh. Good morning, Jeff. Jeff? Geoff? What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival's coming up. The festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs of all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's perennial harvest putting then this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and the new perennial harvest outfit
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Here we go. just want to see. Oh. Oh there, little buddy. What brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, I was just wandering around a bit. Wandering? How wonderful. Children, they're wonderful wandering. Oh, to be young. Anyways, I can't let you pass just now. Top secret business that
Mr.
away.
Kerr winked with a wry smile.
I'm just shaking your chain. Perennial harvest just making a few
He
improvements.
gave Luca an energetic thump on the shoulder.
Better head home now. Our harvest awaits. Interesting. Interesting. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved in a few years back. The creepy kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really, the Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually you're going to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Most kids would have just ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. So you know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle
Beck
that.
took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing. Uh-oh.
Chapter 4.
Oh.
Dinner with the Moodwills.
Okay, so the kid is asking a lot of
Ilona
questions.
Moodwill was worried about change. A
So,
gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
Ilona. Oh. So let's see. So we know that change is the right path for this one, I think. Because why is there a question mark? Does that mean that it's not over yet, or... So we have this one where it's tickle. I guess this could help us get back to the other path if we wanted to. Was do the strange or the tickle thing. Because that's pretty close to chapter 4 on the other path. This one, should we just continue with struggle for a bit, or should we move on back to the other timeline and see what's going on? By doing tickle or something, I don't know. Because we can do this at any time. I'm just can't stop thinking about what would happen, like what's going on in the other path. But I know we can always just return back to it whenever, so that's a nice thing that this game does. So Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma, over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck Manners. That's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh, we're getting some backstory. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally we'd put more effort into dinner.
Fiona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck hadn't mentioned that it's your and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping back to the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck! I'm sorry, Luca, this move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ooh. Ow! I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right in the first time. We were here for work. Nellie wouldn't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her their newest lead researcher of deep engineering. Deep engineering? The guy who died from the other timeline was in deep engineering. So she's just replacing that guy's job. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture, and is something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the ground.
Luca glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Oh yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best, and some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you
Beck
didn't—
slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo
Luca
soon.
glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Is she gonna come with? Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds began to— let's do rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luca
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for
At
it.
that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff's still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Excuse me.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, but that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Those flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would love to do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Oh wow. Rollo and I have a radio just like this one at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have the time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, that didn't hurt. I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one day my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though. You gotta do something, anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. The music picked up. Whoa. Me too. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't I just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Well, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Yeah, we scared off some Undertale music. Music in this game is really good. But I love how we just cursed off the storm. Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rollo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
I like Beck.
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5?
Friendly Feud.
Uh-oh.
The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone. Not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Catch up with Rollo. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Rollo now. Oh, it's Dawn. Hey Dawn, tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a particular last will and testament. Particular? Or peculiar? How? He just didn't give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So Eris was forced to take care of him? Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How'd you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Oh, these are glowing. Better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. I was just wondering what's going on. You're still here reading? He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens, this is no time for fractured friendships. Uh-oh. That sounds like something... That sounds like, foreshadowing. Is Rollo gonna be jealous? Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... Oh, you all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We're all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell the town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm, we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. And see that you do. Our harvest awaits. He's not back here. I'm stuck. Can I do any other fishing tasks? The art style is really nice. Ooh.
Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
Okay, let's try this. Got a lot of new options for the fishing. So this is cling. It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to the Beacon Pine CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who is that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good. Let's do
Luca
Smith.
stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those things always get dirty anyway.
Okay, let's see what we get here. Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo. I'm not sure she fully appreciates a pawn bracelet. Oh, I didn't read it. Did I click it too fast? Let's try that again.
Those things always get dirty.
I think I clicked that one too fast. Ah! I need to make sure that I don't click.
Luca stuck a... Those things always get...
Because I think I'm missing some dialogue. I think I'm clicking too quickly. No, okay. Okay. Let's do struggle.
Luca placed his finger on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. There's a letter in it, though.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a conscientious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Okay, that's everything so far.
Luca placed a sometimes.
Rollo, are you still up there? I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back and never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rollo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar. You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, that storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kinda cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. You know, while I was waiting, I made up some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise, but you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your gran doesn't even care. You can say it as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get into trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this. If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad
Rollo's
friend.
tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one ought to be brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Oh, wow.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, good night, Rollo. Dang it. What am I supposed to do up here? Just sleep?
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
A soccer ball. Rollo. What a jerk. Called me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. Do I get anything? If I break something? No? I guess I'm never supposed to make new friends. Oh. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Immediately sits up. I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca? I didn't see you eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, and just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Lucas still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
If Rollo thinks I'm going to the festival with him, he can shove it. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Oh. What if I kick it up there?
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
Oh, I see. The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Maudwill? She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh, she seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself.
Prophetic dream.
Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this.
Is this a prophetic dream of Luca, like, touching that stuff and turning older?
Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path.
Oh shit, maybe.
This is the end of one of your paths, son.
This is so crazy because I believe that this is actually an end, like one of the bad endings.
Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Is it Gran? Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter. But
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Okay, but I get like what's going on here, but did Luca say anything out of line to Rollo during that fight? I don't remember Luca saying anything kind of out of line. Rollo was the one who crossed the line, getting upset about Luca talking to other people, and then said that at least my dad's still here. Like, that's kind of fucked up. That's not really like a thing that you come back from in friendship, and like, I don't know, like, I get like, oh, you shouldn't let friends blah blah blah, like, you've been friends for so long. That's a fucked up thing to say. Yeah, literally, that's the end. Like, if you literally come up to me because you're mad at me about talking to somebody else and say, well, at least my dad's still around, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm probably gonna cut you off and not talk to you for a bit. That's a fucked up thing to say, especially when you're 12. So like I don't really agree with what Gran's saying here, to be honest. I'm just kind of like I don't even think Luca said anything in that back and forth that was unjustified. I don't think he said anything that was bad against Rollo. He basically was just trying to defend himself, and then Rollo got upset and tried to be like so angry. I kind of get it, mostly because young kids say things with. It is true, like young kids say things without much thought. I get that, but that's definitely a line you don't cross. I would think that young kids would still get that, especially if you're like best friends with somebody. Like I think at least 12 is old enough to know not to say something like that when you're upset. I get things slip out, but that's still like that just means that like you you have that and you're saying that to purposefully hurt somebody. Like, I don't know, that's just kind of fucked up in my opinion to use that. Especially when like I get that they're kids, but I don't know, like I I don't. I think that would warrant a big apology, and I am very curious about what's going to go in the direction of the game now with that being held in the air. Like that's just kind of my thought. Like I don't think Luca said anything out of the wrong. It was mostly Rollo just getting upset and up in arms about Luca hanging out with somebody else. Like I get being upset because Luca was late, but I think Luca had a very justifiable reason of being late. Like, hey, I was somewhere and the rain caught me up and like I was caught in the storm. So like I feel like that's justifiable in itself. I get your little butt out of bed. Festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rolo, doesn't
Luca
it?
gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. So no, Rolo should buy me a corn dog and apologize. Like Rolo should buy Luca a corn dog and apologize. It should not be Luca buying Rolo a corn dog and apologizing for their fight. That is not how this works. Rolo's the one who crossed the line. Luca did not do anything wrong here. Both forgiving and not forgiving for that kind of thing is valid. Both hold understanding and value. I get that, but I feel like in this grand scheme of the fight, Rolo's the one who crossed the line. Luca did not say anything in at all in that encounter that put him in the wrong. He didn't lash out with anger. He from what I remember, he did not lash out with anything like with malintent like that. He definitely like I think Luca should definitely apologize for the fight, like for being late, and they should sit down and have a conversation about it. But I don't think Luca should be the one basically groveling at Rolo's feet, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry we had this fight." Like, no, Rolo's the one in the wrong there. Grandma has shit advice. Well, Luca can apologize for being an ass, but Rolo has a bigger reason to apologize. Both have reason to apologize if they want to change anything. Exactly, I agree with that. They both have a reason to apologize if they want to change anything. If they want to like change anything, but I personally feel that Rolo is the one that is in like they're both in the wrong, but Rolo is the one who crossed the line by saying like cuz he literally said at least my dad is still around to Luca, and that's what Luca's upset about is the fact that Rolo was upset about him talking to somebody else and then had to use his dad against him. Like, I would get pissed off about that too. So I think Rolo's the one who should buy a corn dog and Luca should be the one apologizing. Like, they should both have a conversation, but the way Gran is sitting here, she's like, "Oh, Gran's literally sitting here like, "Oh, you need to apologize to him. Who cares? Blah blah blah." And it's like, "No, you don't understand the situation from last night. Were you there? You're not letting me speak my side." So like, no, Rolo said something worse for sure, but that doesn't mean that Luca didn't say nothing hurtful. But yeah, Rolo gotta get the dog for sure. No, yeah, Luca. I'm sure Luca said some hurtful things. I'm sure Luca being late hurt Rolo's feelings and the fact that Rolo felt like Luca was blowing him off. But the way that went, Gran doesn't know the whole situation, and I feel like Luca is definitely not in the right, but I feel like Luca at least has a bigger span for apologies. Like that whole conversation was fucked up. Luca didn't do anything wrong. Luca was like he was upset and he probably said some hurtful things, but he did not cross a line. He didn't use somebody's weakness against them. Definitely so. Yes. I'm glad we can agree with that. But I don't think Luca is in the right or in the wrong. I feel like he was just kind of caught up in a whirl of emotions, and then suddenly that whole conversation, he's just like, "Yeah, we're not friends anymore." Because I would be like that too. Like, you're gonna use that against me. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. All right. But he's the one that. What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Gran's also kind of sus for leaving at night and constantly doing business things. I don't know exactly what she's doing, but she's kind of sus. Got some last minute festival business to take care of. I'll find you at the fountain a little bit, a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
I'm not buying him a corn dog. You played the ultimate card. I hope it's worth it. Right, exactly. You played the ultimate card. I hope it was worth it.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rolo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship.
That's true.
Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding.
That is
if one
true.
is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
Oh, there you are. Luca, Rollo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure though you needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Oh, Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find
Luca
him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. It's a library, like. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech.
Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Give me the gift of a griff sock. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an XUV? It's not just the beetles. Is that like a scientific name for a beetle? That looked like a Latin name. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. Pretty sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech and the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. This town's still falling apart. And the weather's still cruddy. And the season's harvest looks like it's going to be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fits. I'm still going to be mad at them. I'd rather just be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Oh, there's a second one over. Oh, there are two of them. I thought the guy was just messing with me. Can I not talk to him? Oh, I can look cool. Yeah, look at this. Look at me. Just chilling out here. Being pretty cool. A cool guy. Ain't moving.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Do I get anything? Haha, every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Haha. There's balloons on the trash. This is the first time I've seen that many smiling faces since the foul harvest. I have my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. I thought they would put like balloons on her baby carriage. That's what I was looking at for a second. I'll go back up here and talk to them. Hiya, Luca. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh, nothing.
Zariel became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say anything. Griffin? That must be something that happens in another, is this Griffin? Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. But I can't help but notice, you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True, true. So what you got in there? Books. No pathetic sentences from you? A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. Yawn. I've got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical, I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first, too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of gossipy clipboards. What if I told you that this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest, who? I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Oh, I was thinking it's just something to cover up whatever they're doing. Like a psyop in a sense. Like, oh, we're polluting the, we're polluting the forest, but we're gonna throw a big party so you don't notice the pollution in the forest. Like, that kind of thing. I was able to return the Perennial Harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now that you tell you what you needed it for? It was a favor for an enemy of an enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Griffin looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. Luca, did you know that Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Wow, yeah, I didn't know that. What does that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all of the pipelines, the water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census taking, emergency services. Run! Beat the shit out of this watermelon. Nice, so they probably know we had a fight. That dog is just a dude from Disco Elysium. It is, honestly, yes. The dog is just a dude from Disco Elysium. Yeah, see, like, the goop isn't coming out over here. Property Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. I haven't had a chance to come back here yet in this story, this timeline. Let's go see my real friend, Beck.
The Valentine Mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Oh, Beck's not home. The narration in this game. Oh, look at the bird up there in the nest. I was going to say too that oh, I got an idea. The narration in this game reminded me a lot. Oh, I can't take it. It reminds me a lot of Disco Elysium. I was gonna throw the mushroom at the bird and see what was gonna happen. Oh, what's this? Library somewhere quiet. Hiya, Luca.
Kado's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first? Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go auto, doesn't he?
Kado straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
On planet Farpool, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a
Kado
tissue.
stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay, let me figure it out. Okay, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. Issue 5 is what it is.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf.
Once you've got a book, you can either bring it here to me, or grab a different one.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
This one. Ah, you found
Otto
it.
removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rollo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Oh, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rollo. Now let's see here.
Otto began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a
He
grift.
continued flipping.
Only found in Grub Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Grub Cart. Grifting Griffin? Griffin's Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah, brilliant. Guess you're off then. Good luck and rest in the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. I'm stuck. Hey, Jace. Still working through the newest Hank Atomic? You know it. Some fascinating canon towards the end. Did you know? The Hank Atomic shrink array doesn't technically shrink stuff. It uses inverse quantum particle decay, and literally grow the entire universe around an object, leaving that object unaltered. So it just looks shrunk compared to everything else? Bingo. That's wild. But Jace, no spoilers, please. Oh right, sorry. Why is this kid having me run around all town for this apology? Hey Griffin, did Rollo come?
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for it, enjoy. Thought there was supposed to be some riddle or
Luca
something.
shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck. It's cold. Oh yeah, it's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's
Luca
just...
tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come
He
on.
shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
You pick up when you need some pep. Near the fountain, up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
Well, he bought me a corn dog, so that's good. This is getting to be a whole thing. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine, but Rollo owes me one.
He waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings, your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so bad. Or hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. Final task. Good luck, Luca. Is it the rocket that they were building in their treehouse? Oh, the balloon. Hey. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. Did you get the corn dog? Yep. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you earned
Rollo
this.
sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Flight. Oh. Thanks. You didn't have to go through all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you're supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo, still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done at the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Look, I got balloons. What do you think about that? Does she have anything to say now? No. After this this chapter ends, I'll probably end stream. Old Pickler's Pond. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, they're gonna have the first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as a boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. Good luck. Let's see, can I have any new bait? No.
Luca wrapped some. Hey, you know.
No, nothing new yet. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She told me to give this to you.
Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca,
Some
things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself.
Gran sus.
But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done. I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
That's very ominous. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whatever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go all the trouble just to apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. After I ruined everything with my big mouth. This was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
What the hell was that? Oh, what was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
What's going on? Is everything on fire? The big... What the fuck?
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill.
They just died.
Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason.
Okay,
And
this is
so,
the wrong end.
Our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back.
That can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it.
What the fuck?
We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Okay. So... So it's either this route or this route with Strange and Tickle. I think I'm gonna go back on this route for a bit. Let's try Strange, because we have not led, because I think the question mark means that that route's incomplete. So let's continue the Strange. Yeah, skip to where you left
Chapter
off.
4. Our harvest awaits.
Eepy. Yeah, I'm getting... my neck's starting to kind of hurt. I'm thinking I might stream tomorrow, because I won't be able to stream Thursday or Tuesday, due to me working 1 to 8, unless I get home and immediately start streaming. Um, but I think if I can, I want to try to stream tomorrow, or, I have Wednesday off, so I'll probably stream Wednesday, and I think I go in early Thursday. So, I think I'm gonna leave this off here. I am very invested with this. This is so interesting. Um, but, social? Oh, interesting. I think I'm gonna end this here. And I think if I do return to this, it'll either be tomorrow or either Tuesday night. Since I don't work Wednesday, it just depends because I work the night shift on Tuesday, so we'll have to see. Um, but thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm very invested. I'm going to be returning to this definitely. This is such an interesting story, and I love the way the story unfolds. I love the way that you can it's kind of like a butterfly effect, but you can return to any path at any point. I like that. Um, the art style's nice, the music's nice. I like the narration. Yeah, I really enjoy this game so far. Um, but for now, I'm going to leave you all. I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday evening, the rest of your Sunday, and I'll either see you all Monday or Tuesday. I'll keep everything kind of updated. If you're in the Discord, you'll probably see my pings. If you're following me on Blue Sky or Twitter, I usually post right before right when I'm going live there. Um, so if you're not following me on Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, or in my Discord server, feel free to join. We're always welcoming. Feel free to follow me if you'd like to see more content. Never a requirement if you can't make it to streams. I'm never upsetty. But I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I will see you all sometime very soon. Let me skip to Eepy Zanners. You all have a fantastic night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!